Hello friends. Welcome to the channel and the video on Danish PD2 exam. In this video, we will go through the examination structure of Danish PD2 exam and the content of each part of the exam. Danish PD2 has two main parts. Number 1. Writing test. And Number 2. Speaking test. You will get two separate invitations for these two parts. Writing test happens first, and then in about 3 to 4 weeks, there will be a speaking test. Looking at the details of writing test, the test is of total 3 hours duration. The writing test is divided into two parts. First part is a reading test, where you will find or match answers in given texts. This reading test part is of total 90 minutes. Then there will a break of 15 minutes. Second part of the test is a writing test, where your Danish writing skills will be tested. This writing part is of 90 minutes. After you complete your writing test, in about 3 to 4 weeks there will be speaking test. The speaking test will be of approximately 30 to 45 minutes, where they will test your Danish speaking skills through presentation, describing a given situation and a group discussion. Now, let's look into each of these tests in details to see what kind of questions are being asked in these parts or what is the format of these tests. In the first part of writing test, which is a reading exercise, has 30 points in total and 90 minutes duration. There are again two parts of it. Part 1 is of 30 minutes and consists of 12 points. And Part 2 is of 60 minutes and consists of 18 points. Let's look at the content of Part 1 now. In Part 1 of reading test, there are two tasks given. In Task 1, you need to find answers of a question in given text. They will provide a booklet with some information and you need to find answers for given questions in the booklet. There are 6 questions like this, which carries 6 points. That is 1 point each. In Task 2, you need to match the information in the given question. There are generally advertisements like you see in local newspaper and some information will be missing. You need to match the correct information to given options. There are 6 questions on this which carries total of 6 points. In Part 2 of reading test, there are total 3 tasks. In Task 1, you need to fill in the blanks in given paragraph. You need to choose the answers from given options. There are 8 blanks that you need to fill in this task which carries 8 points in total. The Task 2 is similar to Task 1. But here you need to fill in the connecting sentence in given paragraphs by choosing correct option provided. There are 5 blanks that you need to fill in this task which carries 5 points in total. The last task of reading test, that is Task 3, is about matching the correct answers for the questions of an interview. There will be interview question on one side and answers of those interview questions on the other side, and you need to match those correctly. There are 5 questions for this task which carries 5 points in total. To know how these 30 points of reading test gets converted into 7 grades of Danish education system, please follow my video on understanding the number game. The link is provided in description. After the reading after of test is done, there will be 15 minutes break and then start second part of test, which is writing part. Please note that you are allowed to use dictionary for this writing part, but not for the reading test part. The writing test has 2 parts in it. In Part 1, there are 2 tasks, Task A and Task B, about writing the messages, notes, reviews, invite, etc. For example, Task A could be an invitation writing and Task B could be a complaint writing. You need to complete any one out of these 2 tasks. Either Task A or Task B. Part 2 is about writing an email. You will be given one situation and will be asked to write email in about 100 words. Generally, it's a reply to the email that you received as situation. This completes first part of Danish PD2 exam. The second part of exam is oral test, which will be conducted after 3 to 4 weeks from writing test. This part can take between 30 to 45 minutes, including waiting time between different parts. There are 3 parts of speaking test. Part 1 is about giving a presentation on your selected topic in Danish. These topics will be communicated earlier. Here you will speak on your selected topic for about 2 minutes. An examiner will ask some follow-up questions for about 3 to 5 minutes. In part 2, you need to talk on given picture by describing it in Danish for about 2 to 3 minutes. And finally, in part 3, you will discuss the given topic with other students for about 5 minutes. In summary, exam will look like this in overall. Hope you have now got the feel of exam now, how it looks like and what is the content of exam. In this series of Danish PD2 videos, we will go through each of these parts and tasks of the exam in details and do preparation for it. We will also cover strategy for passing PD2 exam and many examples of writing part. So don't miss it and subscribe to the channel.